In the quiet village of Alvarin, tucked between ancient woods and fog-draped meadows, there stood an old stone well, long sealed shut and surrounded by rusting iron bars. The villagers called it the Reflection Well, not because it held water, but because of what people said they saw when they peered into it. Leah, a folklore student researching ancient sites, arrived in Alvarin, drawn by the strange legend surrounding the well. It was said that those who looked into the dark depths didn't see their reflection. They saw something else, something that watched back. Leah, skeptical but intrigued, moved into a small cottage nearby and began interviewing locals. Most avoided speaking about the well, their expressions tightening when she asked questions. Only the elderly widow, Mrs. Calloway, dared to say more. "That well don't reflect you," she whispered. "It remembers you. And if it likes you, it keeps a part of you." Intrigued, Leah visited the well at dusk, notebook in hand. The stone was cold under her fingers, moss clinging to the edges. The bars had been pulled loose at one point and half-heartedly replaced. Peering down, she saw no water, just an endless darkness that seemed to absorb light. Then something shifted. A flicker, a face, her own. But it blinked before she did. Leah gasped and pulled back. That night, she dreamed of the well. She stood before it, barefoot, the moonlight bright above her. From the depths, her reflection rose, not as she was, but older, with hollow eyes and a crooked smile. When she woke, she found her shoes wet with dew and her feet muddy. She'd sleepwalked, or worse, had she gone there in her dream? Each night brought more dreams. The reflection in the well grew clearer, more detailed. It spoke to her now, though she couldn't understand the words. Each morning, she woke feeling more distant from herself, her memories fraying at the edges. Her eyes looked strange in the mirror, as if something else lived behind them. She tried to leave Alvarin, but the road out always looped back into the village. Maps twisted, GPS froze, and even the locals refused to give directions. "You came to the well," one child whispered, eyes wide. "Now it's your turn." Leah began seeing her reflection in places it shouldn't be. Windows, puddles, even polished wood. And each time, it behaved differently. One night, she smashed every mirror in her cottage, but in the silence afterward, she heard laughter echoing from the well. On the seventh night, she returned to it, compelled. It felt like her body moved without permission. The iron bars were gone. Fog blanketed the woods. She climbed the stone edge and looked in. Her reflection stood at the bottom, smiling. "It's time," it said. She leaned closer, and it reached up. With a sudden pull, she fell into the darkness. But she didn't land. Instead, she stood again, outside the well, staring down. She looked at her hands, her skin, but something was wrong. Everything was too sharp, too still. Then she saw movement. From within the well, another Leah was climbing out, confused, terrified. "Let me out," the voice echoed up, but it no longer belonged to the body standing outside. Now the real Leah was inside, watching her duplicate walk away. She screamed, but no sound emerged. No one came. She could only watch as the other version of herself blended into life in Alvarin. That version was calmer, colder, her eyes